Good morning, everyone. Our today's topic is Poem 3, The Quarrel, from Class 6th English textbook, Honeysuckle. Students, in this poem, we are going to witness a quarrel between a brother and a sister. Both of them quarrel with each other on a small thing that they could not tell exactly about at the end. Now let's see how long their quarrel will continue and how will this quarrel end. So students, first let's have a look on the summary of this poem. One day, the sister quarreled with her brother. The reason was very petty, but they shouted at each other. The quarrel was light at the beginning, but it became severe in the end. Both of them claimed that they were right. They began to hate each other. They did not talk to each other till evening. Then suddenly the brother realized his mistake. He decided to make up with the narrator. Who is the narrator? The poetess of this poem. He walked up to her and patted on her back and felt sorry for the quarrel. Then he suggested that they should patch up. They must become friends. He admitted that he was at fault, means he was doing something wrong. The poet readily made up with him and also admitted that it was her fault that led to the quarrel. So she forgave him and the quarrel became over. So students, now let's have a look on the line by line explanation of the poem. This is the very first stanza in front of you. I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another and somehow we fell out. I quarreled. Who is this I, students? Yes, I is the poetess. She is the narrator of this poem and she is addressing to us. She says that I quarreled with my brother. I started the quarrel with my brother. I don't know what about. What about means? Without any reason. I did not know what was the reason. Why did I start quarreling with my brother? I did not know the reason, but then too I started quarrel with my brother. One thing led to another. Thing means argument. So one argument led to the other argument, and in this way our quarrel continued. And somehow we fell out. Our quarrel continued, it turned severe, and we stopped talking with each other. The start of it was slight, the end of it was strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. Now, further, the poetess tells us that the beginning of our quarrel was very light and slow. At the beginning, we quarreled using small arguments, but at the end, our quarrel turned very severe, very serious, and we stopped talking to each other. He said he was right. He is brother of poetess. So he said he was right. My brother told me that he was right. He was doing right thing. But I knew he was wrong. But I was knowing that he was wrong. Whatever he was saying, that was not right. That was not true. We hated one another. Now students, pay attention here. These two children, they fought with each other without any genuine reason, and now they stopped talking each other and they started to hate one another. The afternoon turned black, and when they stopped talking, so their afternoon was spoiled because there was no fun, there was no joy. They were not talking to each other, they were sitting quietly, just thinking about their quarrel. So their afternoon was destroyed. It was spoiled and it turned black. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back. Then in the evening, my brother suddenly came to me and he patted me on my back. Thumped means patted, or you can say touched quietly and gently with the palm of the hand. So my brother, he came to me in the evening and then he patted on my back and said, "Oh, come along. We can't go on all night. I was in the wrong, so he was in the right." Now the brother came, he patted on the back of the poetess, and what did he say? That hurry up and be friends again. Come along. Be friends again, and we cannot continue like this for whole night. We cannot remain without talking with each other, because when we are not talking, our day is spoiling. So now our night will also spoil. So we should stop quarrel and we should start our communication, our talking, and we must be friends again. I was in the wrong, and then the brother accepted that he was wrong. He was doing something wrong. So he was in the right. Now the poetess tells us that when my brother accepted that it was his fault because of whom the quarrel began, so now he was right because he accepted his mistake, and now I made friend with my brother again, and we continued to talk forever and ever. So students, now the poem comes to the end. Children, this is a very meaningful poem that tells us that we should not quarrel with our brothers and sisters, as we cannot live without them. We cannot live without talking to them, and we cannot feel happy if we quarrel. And without them, there is no fun and no enjoyment in our life. So always stay friends with each other and always be happy. This is the message that you get from this poem. Students, I hope you have understood. Okay, thank you.